Hey guys, welcome back to Crazy Dave's Kitchen. Well, what do I have for you today? Well, I got one of these things called the Namath Rapid Cookers by Eating Pure. Now, what is this thing here? What's cool? It's a grill or a barbecue that basically shoots heat from up here down. You'll notice there's no cooking area down here. Well, why is that? Simple to say. That's so that you get the heat from up top like a broiler down and you don't have any flare-ups. That's what's really cool. So it's supposed to be an amazing item. Don't know. We're gonna find out. Stay with me, Crazy Dave's Kitchen here, as we open this box up. I'm gonna put it together, leave it as the manufacturer says to, demo it, and see whether or not it's something that you should buy or something you should ignore. You're watching Crazy Dave's Kitchen. Stay with me. Well guys, we're just gonna use some scissors here. We're gonna unbox it and find out what's in here. So you're gonna see it at the same time I see it. All right. A free thank you gift, some kind of stain eliminator, okay. So we're just gonna take this stuff here and gonna put up to the side. Oh, look at it. What is that? Oh, I guess an address return in case I don't like it. We'll put that up to the side here. All right. What can I use that for? No idea. All right, so I get a letter from Joe Namath, and I guess he says that I can buy steak from him. Yeah, right, guys. Come on, Crazy Dave's here. I've got a dry age fridge. I'm not gonna be buying any steak. Sorry, Joe. All right, so we got some metal thing here. Put up the side here. I guess we got the product guide. And for some reason, I think it's upside down. I don't know yet. Let's see here. Put these scissors down. The box is not upside down. So, I don't like how the packaging is right now because, oh, there we go. It's still hard to get it out of here. Okay, so I don't really have a way to grab this thing. Oh, wait, here we go. Some handles. There's some handles right here. Okay, so we're gonna take this thing and put it down. And inside the box, what do we got? A battery that I'm assuming goes to some kind of starter. We got the valve here. Wow, dude, look at that. That valve is really thin. And I think some of you guys were complaining that this valve here, or this regulator, is a little too small. But again, I want to demo this thing out here with this little regulator. I really want to see whether or not the grill will perform. And you know, later on, maybe I might change the regulator to give it a little bit of a higher temp. We're gonna find out on this one because yeah, immediately, this seems kind of small. Okay. What else do I got? Got a handle here. Oh, drop that one. We're gonna put it up to the side here. And we're gonna check the box just to make sure that there's nothing else in the box. Some kind of paper. Okay, the box is empty. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and put it together. I don't think I'm gonna have you guys watch the whole thing as I put it together simply because I know that some of my videos are a little too long. And you know, I wanna make sure that I try to cut the video down a little bit for you guys and go right to the point. While you're watching Crazy Dave's Kitchen, give me a few minutes. I'll be right back with this thing put together. Okay guys, so Crazy Dave here. You know, the instructions, I can tell you right now guys, suck. They don't really tell you much about it. And, you know, at least, you know, I was raised by a carpenter. My dad was a retired carpenter, so I have a little bit of a background with figuring things out like puzzles and so on. But the problem is that they don't really give you that instruction. Like, I mean, yeah, I can figure out the knob here, you know, it's for that. But they didn't tell you much about the battery here. I mean, I finally found something about the little battery, but it didn't really talk about it. But here's this, it doesn't really talk much about this, and I figured it must go here because there's two screws here. It doesn't really say much about it in the manual. I mean, I'm finding something right about here that talks about it, but nothing that I would consider to be an instruction guide. It says maintenance and cleaning. Where is the assembly guide? It's not here. So guys, I don't like that. It is there, but it's not something an average Joe would really understand what this means. So guys, I don't like it, okay? But I'm still gonna go ahead and put this thing together. Stay with me, and again, I'm still gonna give my reviews on it, all right? Okay guys, so the grill has been unpacked. I've put together the hose assembly going into my 5-gallon tank here. We're gonna fire this thing up and see if I can blow myself up or if this thing is really what it is. But I will tell you, I had a few concerns with the assembly part of it. Kind of a pain in the you know what. Some of the screws were coming off as I was tightening up. This was coming undone. But we're gonna fire it up. It says to push down, and we're gonna see what happens. Push to turn on. And I don't know what's happening. All right, I think I forgot to turn the tank off. You can stop. Okay guys, so Crazy Dave. I had a few issues with lighting this thing, and it's kind of scary because you don't know when it's actually on. I mean, look down in there, and I'll even lower this chamber down. And look, Coffee Bean, zoom in here. You don't see the flame, but I can feel the heat. So I'm a little concerned about that, in that there was a couple times that it actually did go out because there is no flame. So guys, just make sure you do the hand test. And if you can't keep your hand there like that, you know that baby's hot. Well, stay with me. I've got that steak over there in the sous vide, and we're gonna go ahead and sear that thing in. Don't worry about this annoying kid in the background skateboarding. That's my wonderful neighbors. Yes, they get fed, and they know they pissed off Crazy Dave. They ain't got no steak tonight. Crazy Dave here. I'll be back in a few. Okay, guys. So into the kitchen I go. I've got the beautiful Anova Wi-Fi sous vide from you guys over at the Dry Aged Beef Group. This is the maiden voyage of Crazy Dave here, trying to figure out how to sous vide. So I don't know what the heck I got. But anyway, so what I got is some bottom rung steak. Decided to play around with it. It was really cheap at Costco. I put it into the vacuum bags here, and I added some salt, some pepper. I added some butter. I know, guys, you're not supposed to add butter when you're sous videing. You know, lesson learned. And I also added a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. So these babies have been in here for a couple of hours, and we're just gonna kind of pull one of these bags out here. And I know everybody says to do the squeeze test. So let me go ahead and unclip this thing. And again, I'm new at it, so laugh all you want, guys. We'll figure it out eventually. But let's pull this baby out. We're gonna try to shake it off a little bit for the water here. And some of you guys are saying do a squeeze test. I mean, that's pretty tender here. So we cooked it at about 124. I'm gonna go ahead and open the bag. You guys were saying save the juices and kind of render something out of it. I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure that part out. But the main thing that I wanna do is continue the review of the Namath grill. So right now what we're gonna do is take that steak that I just pulled out of the sous vide. We're gonna go outside and we're gonna throw it into that Namath grill and see if I can sear it. Stay with me. You're watching Crazy Dave's Kitchen. Okay guys, so here's the sous vide steaks that I took out of the sous vide. I drained the juice and saved it over here in that little pot here. So we're kind of rendering that. But here they are, and they're actually really super tender. I did lick my fingers a little bit, and the flavor is amazing. But now we're gonna go ahead and sear these babies off in the Namath grill. I need to learn how to say that darn thing. Namath grill. And see what comes out of it. Well, stay tuned. You're watching Crazy Dave's Kitchen. Okay, guys, so now we loaded up the Namath grill here, and we're just gonna slide it in and just let it sit. Now again, I don't think this thing's working. I don't think I see any flames. And it's not, my hand's here. I think I got a regulator problem. It's very, very low. Is it even on? Well guys, I think there's a regulator problem, so we're gonna have to find out more about that. But this is the grill. So far my review is not that great, and the regulator seems to have some problems here. Well, stay with me. We're gonna try to see if this thing is a failure or a success, but so far I'm not liking it. Okay guys, so I just pulled this thing out of the grill. You can see it's got a little bit of the caramelization on it. I'm still worried about this grill because it has already gone off a couple of times since I've had it on. So I'm really thinking it's a bad regulator. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna contact the company and I wanna see how they respond with the regulator or what they can tell me. I'm thinking maybe it just is a bad regulator. So I will give them a benefit of a doubt, you know, manufactured things happen, and see if I can get a new regulator and get this thing tested. Now look, if you look, I've got this thing in a big tank. So it's not one of those little bottle ones. So there should be no excuse as to why this thing keeps going off. We're gonna go ahead and slide the thing back in here again. And this is on the high setting and also on the highest setting up here. So it's close to the flame. It should be searing that stuff really quick, and it's not. So as you can see, I'm concerned about it not getting as hot as it should, because remember, it's on the highest setting up here, so it's closer to the flame, and it's on the highest setting over here in the regulator. So this baby should be really hot. It's not, but I'm gonna go ahead and slide these babies back in. Finish cooking that Sous vide steak. Stay with me. Okay guys, so this thing's been in here for a little bit, and we're gonna pull it out. Look at that. You can, oh wow, you guys can see the bubbling of the meat here. That's pretty cool. So we're just gonna go ahead and take these babies off, and we're gonna let them rest inside. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull some of the other ones out of the sous vide here and put them in here. Okay, dude, what happened to it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We'll be right back. Okay guys, so what happened is one of these steaks got caught behind here. So you got to be careful about that, and we just had to kind of lift the tray up and we were able to get it out. So that is one of the flaws I don't like, is how there was really nothing back there to prevent that steak from falling in there. All right, well, I'm gonna go back inside, grab some more steaks, and we'll be right back. Hey guys, Crazy Dave here. I am about 1.5 to 2 feet away from this thing, and it's actually burning my hands holding this camera. This thing is hot, and this thing, look at that. I'm gonna try to zoom in here a little bit. Oh wow, whoa, I gotta back up. Ow, whoa, that hurts. This thing is hot, and it's about like 90% off, and I'm using that 5 PSI thing over here. Look at this. This is the KIBOW 5 PSI. Man, that is some serious heat. Look how red that is. So guys, I don't think you need anything above a 5 PSI because you don't want to melt the machine. But there you go. I hope this helps you guys out. And I did use, who is it? Mark Mullen, dude, I can't even think of the last name right now. Helmendaller. I used his idea with the little connections here, and this is what I came up with as well, and I think it works really, really amazing. Well, there you go.